Hello, this is NAVER Cloud. Today, we'll take a look at the compute product group of NAVER Cloud Platform. NAVER Cloud Platform's compute product group offers servers and server-related resources. In NAVER Cloud Platform, you can select and use various server types according to the purpose of server use and service scale, including GPU servers, high-memory servers suitable for memory-intensive workloads, and high CPU servers suitable for computing-intensive workloads with increased vCPU to memory ratio. Basically, the billing system for servers is calculated by adding up computing resource, network, and storage fees. When servers are stopped, only the fee for basic disk provided for operating system installation is charged for certain types of servers. However, normal fees are charged for GPU and bare metal servers, even if servers are terminated, so please note this when operating servers. In case of servers applicable for a discounted rate, when stopping servers, they can't be stopped for more than 90 days at a time, and more than 180 cumulative days in a 12-month period. Servers that have exceeded the server stop limit are terminated after customer notification, and terminated servers can't be restored. As block storage to be attached to servers, the SSD type and HDD type are provided. The SSD type has the characteristic of guaranteeing the max IOPS. These are various server types provided by NAVER Cloud Platform. As mentioned earlier, servers that can support various workloads are provided, including the standard server, which can be used most universally, high CPU server, which can be used for scientific modeling, and game servers, high memory server, which can be used for high-performance database servers, and large-scale game services, and CPU-intensive server, which can be used for processing servers for machine deep learning as well as high-performance web services. Now, let's take a closer look at the bare metal server. Bare metal server refers to a high-performance physical server that can be independently used in the cloud. It may be hard to understand having a physical server in the cloud. A typical server has a structure in which a hypervisor is mounted on top of a physical hardware device, but a bare metal server has a structure in which the OS is installed directly on the hardware without a hypervisor, so it is described as a high-performance physical server used in the cloud. The RAID configuration of a bare metal server can be selected with the method suitable for the infrastructure operation method, and RAID 1.0 and RAID 5 configurations are available. Currently, CentOS, Oracle Linux, and Windows are offered as the OS. Bare metal servers can also be linked with various services of NAVER Cloud Platform, just like general cloud servers. However, My Server Image, Snapshot, and additional storage features can't be linked, and the live migration feature is not provided since they are not virtualized servers. The next server type to look at is the GPU server. GPU server is a server type that can process multiple high-performance computations at the same time, and it is suitable for high-performance computing such as deep learning, artificial intelligence, and autonomous driving. As of July 2022, NAVER Cloud Platform provides the T4 model for GPU servers in the VPC environment of the Singapore region. In the Singapore region, NAVER Cloud Platform's GPU server offers CentOS and Ubuntu OS. NAVER Cloud Platform provides Korea, Singapore, Japan, US, Germany, and Hong Kong regions, and the provided services differ in each region. When building a global region based on NAVER Cloud Platform, we recommend taking a look at the provided services for each region in advance. So far, we've looked at the types and specifications of servers provided in the compute product group. Now, what are the ways we can make servers? There are three methods: creation through console, creation through CLI, and creation through API. The console refers to the management console where you can manage NAVER Cloud Platform resources after accessing the cloud.com portal, logging in. In the web console, you can manage the features provided by NAVER Cloud Platform through the web page. The CLI can be used by installing the CLI dedicated to NAVER Cloud Platform, and NAVER Cloud Platform's object storage can be also managed with the AWS CLI. Lastly, it can be managed using the API. The API is provided in the RESTful API method, and it responds in XML and JSON format. Then, let's take a look at the features of NAVER Cloud Platform that are provided for server operation after creating the server. First, let's talk about the My Server image, snapshot, and server replication features. My Server image is a feature that enables you to create the image of the server's current status. My Server image can be created when the server is in the running or stopped status. Since the added storage is also imaged, it may take longer to create My Server image the larger the capacity of the additional disk, and the more data there is. To reduce the creation time for My Server image, create My Server image after disconnecting the additional disk, and then create a snapshot of the additional disk. We've naturally moved on to Snapshot. Snapshot is a feature that saves the current status of block storage. While the target of My Server image described earlier was Server OS additional volume, the target of Snapshot is limited to volume. Then, when do we use replica servers? This feature can be used when creating servers with the same specifications. You can import the information such as the original server's basic server image, server type, pricing plan, zone, authentication key, and ACG, and use the same information to create servers. However, in this case, only information related to the specification of the server is simply imported, not the data of the original server. In this class, we'll take a look init scripts. Init scripts, as the name suggests, refers to scripts that are executed only once for the first time upon server creation. Scripts such as Python, Perl, and Shell can be used for Linux, and only Visual Basic scripts can be used for Windows. Init scripts can be used for various purposes, including when you need to create multiple servers that need the same package to be installed, and when you need initial settings. You can simply select the init script you want to apply when creating servers. Start managing your servers quickly and efficiently through init scripts. We'll now take a look at ACG, which acts as a firewall at the server side. ACG stands for Access Control Group. ACGs can be categorized into default ACG and custom ACG. Since the default ACG is set as an example in NAVER Cloud Platform, we recommend you to use the custom ACG that you've directly defined according to the purpose of the server. ACG specifies the protocol, IP range, and port to allow, and 3 ACGs can be applied per network interface of a server in NAVER Cloud Platform. For ACG rules, you can set 50 inbound and outbound rules respectively. Since ACG is a part that must be specified when creating servers, we recommended that you create ACGs that suit your purpose before creating a server. Next, we'll take a look at antivirus. For antivirus, Windows antivirus is provided free of charge, limited to the classic platform, and other antivirus can be requested through the Security Monitoring Service. Other security services such as IDS, IPS, WAF, DOS, can be also applied through. On a Linux server, 50 GB of block storage in the OS area is allocated by default. If you need more capacity, you can create additional storage at a minimum of 10 GB, up to a maximum of 2 TB. Up to 15 additional block storage can be added per server. If you need more than 2 TB for a single volume, you can bind multiple volumes and recognize them as a single volume through LVM in Linux, or dynamic disk allocation in Windows. For example, if you want to use a 6 TB disk in a Linux server as a single volume, you can create 3 2 TB block storage and bind them with LVM to recognize them as 6 TB. The detach-attach feature for block storage is provided. The detach-attach feature for block storage is not provided for block storage in the OS area. It is only provided on the additional block storage side. The detach feature can detach additional block storage of a server, and the attach feature can attach allocatable block storage to another server for use. Additional block storage provides a resize feature, which enables expansion of the block storage up to 2 terabytes. In this case, you can change the partition and file system according to the server system, after increasing the block storage capacity in the console. Let's take a look at other server operations. In addition to server operations we've looked so far. First up is the termination protection settings. You can set termination protection as a feature to prevent servers from being terminated by accident. If you want to change the name given when creating the server, you can change the server name. However, changing the server name changes the server name displayed on the console. It doesn't change the host name of the actual server. You can also change the authentication key that was set when the server was created. The authentication key can be changed only after an authentication email. For changing the server authentication key is sent, and the authentication process through the email is completed. Please note that the initial password won't work after changing the authentication key if the user has accessed the server and changed the root password. The last server operation to look at is public IP. When accessing a server on NAVER Cloud Platform from the outside, you can access it using public IP. The public IP assigned to the server is not server dependent, so you can assign and remove public IPs to and from the server. The next compute product group service to look at is Cloud Functions. Cloud Functions is NAVER Cloud Platform's serverless service that helps you write a simple business logic without the burden of separately server management or provisioning. In this way, you can implement the logic easily in a cloud environment. Cloud Functions can be used in linkage with NAVER Cloud Platform services such as API Gateway, Database, Object Storage, and CLA. The last service of the compute product group is auto-scaling. Auto-scaling is a service that enables flexible infrastructure expansion reduction. The auto-scaling feature of NAVER Cloud Platform operates as follows. 1. Scheduling monitoring on demand based. For example, the scheduling based is a method of setting the server to be expanded and reduced on a set schedule, and the monitoring based operates based on a threshold set by the user. The method of adding 3 additional servers when the CPU usage stays over 70% for more than 1 minute is an example of the monitoring based method. Lastly, the on-demand method enables the auto-scaling feature immediately upon user request. The following is a graphic description of auto-scaling operation features discussed earlier. This image describes the scheduling and monitoring methods, excluding the on-demand method. That's all for our look at major characteristics of services in the compute product group provided by NAVER Cloud Platform. Thank you.